Okay, let's get right into it. Have you ever watched a super high-quality children's animation and wondered exactly how it gets made in the modern era? Well, I am thrilled you're here today because we are unpacking something absolutely fascinating. We're looking at a highly detailed AI prompt, a literal blueprint designed to generate a top-tier, world-class preschool animation. We're going to see exactly how you engineer joy, engagement, and education for the youngest among us, step by step.
Okay, let's dive into this. What does a perfect toddler prompt actually look like? Because, when you're trying to command the attention of a 2 to 4-year-old, you really can't just guess. You need exact ingredients. You need a highly specific formula that captures their attention immediately and holds it securely. This source document we're looking at isn't just some loose creative brief. It's a meticulously calculated recipe for maximum child engagement.
So here's our roadmap for the explainer today. First, we'll look at the ultimate toddler blueprint. Then we'll move into the characters and magical environments, followed by crafting the soundscape. After that, we'll check out the educational lyrics, and finally, wrap up with the cinematic polish and quality.
All right, Section 1, the ultimate toddler blueprint, deconstructing the 7-minute magic.
It's so easy to look at a nursery rhyme and think, oh, that's just a simple piece of media. But as we see right out of the gate, what looks completely effortless to a kid is actually the result of highly calculated engineered instructions. The source opens with this massive directive, a 7-minute, ultra-high-quality, 3D animated nursery rhyme video. It demands that this video be bright, colorful, educational, and highly engaging. The explicit goal here is to rival the world's absolute most popular preschool learning videos. It mandates that the content be family-friendly, entirely safe, and designed to keep a toddler engaged from the very first second to the last. This isn't just an animation request, guys. It is a demand for world-class entertainment.
Moving right along to Section 2, Characters and Magical Environments, Building the Foundation.
Every great production needs a cast and a set, right? Well, this prompt establishes a completely safe, intensely colorful world right away, starting from the opening shot of a beautiful sunrise. We've got our cast, 3 adorable toddlers, around 2 to 4 years old, with big expressive eyes and cute smiles. Joining them are a friendly puppy, a fluffy bunny, a teddy bear, and colorful birds. Now, contrast that innocent simplicity with the set design. A magical playground, rainbow skies, candy-colored houses, colorful slides. The prompt leaves literally nothing to chance. Every adorable puppy and every sparkling visual effect is explicitly written into the code of the prompt to ensure a perfectly curated, joyful environment.
Which brings us to Section 3, crafting the soundscape, the audio blueprint.
Audio is half the experience, and for toddlers, it requires this calculated sensory overload to make sure the audio never, ever lulls. Now, what's really interesting about this breakdown is the audio layers. You've got this musical foundation, cheerful xylophone, ukulele, soft drums, bells, and a cute children's choir. It's energetic but gentle. But then, that music is actively paired with a constant stream of highly specific sound effects. Baby giggles, footsteps on the grass, balloon floats, magical sparkles, slide sounds, swing creaks. Cheerful melodies are continuously layered over these synchronized environmental audio cues. It is a wall of pleasant, engaging sound designed to keep a toddler entirely locked into the magic.
All right, Section 4, the educational lyrics, scripting the action.
So the prompt actually generates a full 9-stanza English nursery rhyme. But here's the kicker. These lyrics aren't just words for a choir to sing, they act as a direct director's cue for the physical action taking place on screen. Take a listen to this verse. Rainbow colors shining bright, red and yellow what a sight, blue and green up in the sky. Notice how those educational themes are explicitly baked right into the joyful rhythm? The child isn't just listening to a happy tune. They're being actively prompted to identify primary colors. The learning is seamless, disguised entirely as playtime. And here is where the blueprint gets incredibly smart. It demands perfect synchronization. The toddlers on screen have to perform dance moves that match the lyrics exactly. So when the song says clap, they clap. When it says spin, they spin. This creates a powerful micro-narrative where every single sung lyric has a perfectly mapped physical action. This visually reinforces the educational content, making it super easy for a real toddler watching at home to mimic the actions and participate.
Check out another brilliant snippet from the song. 1 little butterfly, 2 little bees, 3 little birds up in the trees. Again, we see core preschool curriculum. In this case, counting and animal identification woven directly into the fabric of the song. The characters are interacting with the bees and the birds as they count them out. It's honestly a masterclass in combining visual storytelling with educational repetition.
Finally, Section 5. Cinematic polish and quality. The technical execution.
It's one thing to have cute characters, right? But rendering them requires intense technical execution. And this brilliantly illustrates the incredible contrast at the heart of this prompt. Your target audience is 2 to 4-year-olds who just want safe fun. But look at the technical specs required to satisfy them. Ultra HD 4K resolution, Pixar-style 3D, global illumination, smooth cinematic camera panning. The prompt demands Hollywood-level, high-end cinematic rendering for an audience that hasn't even learned to tie their shoes yet. That is the highly demanding standard of modern children's entertainment.
To combat the notoriously short attention span of a toddler, the prompt issues strict visual directives. We're talking multiple camera angles, close-ups of smiling children, and even slow-motion moments during jumps. Crucially, the visuals must change every few seconds. This is a deliberate, highly calculated technique to combat distraction. By constantly resetting the visual perspective with vibrant transitions, the video continuously re-engages the child's brain.
So all of this, the 4K rendering, the meticulously crafted lyrics, the perfectly synced sound effects, the global illumination, the constantly changing camera angles, it is all intensely engineered to sustain exactly 7 minutes of magical engagement. 7 minutes of perfect, uninterrupted joy and learning for a toddler.
And how does this 7-minute experience conclude? The prompt dictates a very specific joyous ending. Step 1, all the children, animals, and characters gather to dance under a giant rainbow. Step 2, colorful confetti falls from the sky to signal a celebration. And Step 3, everyone waves goodbye to the audience with big smiles. It's the absolute perfect, dopamine-boosting wrap-up to a carefully constructed, highly engineered digital playground.
Which leaves us with this final thought. We've just walked through an AI prompt that can conjure a highly educational, perfectly safe, beautifully rendered cinematic experience literally out of thin text. As AI generation truly reaches this Pixar-level quality and can seamlessly integrate educational psychology with stunning visuals, what does the future hold for children's entertainment? I mean, who will be the creators of tomorrow's nursery rhymes? It is a fascinating frontier. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer today. I really hope you found this breakdown as captivating as I did. Keep learning, and I'll catch you next time.